Greetings, this is Aurora. I was just trying to post a short that I'm in Starbucks getting coffee, which I have, and it bounced back on Aurora 0, but it was location 0. So I posted on the ones who shot in there and stuff like that. So you all know, I believe by now, terrorism is something mental. So these people, how they've operated is saying Muhammad would go to locals here that work and Cordoba and Lisbon and start to talk to them, tell them the Palais by Cristal plan, that they would tell them logically, look at that woman, she walks in, her family are waiting for her, she doesn't see anyone, they get hurt, poor them, we love them, and if we get rid of that person, me, then you all will have money, move in with us and follow our system. So progressively, they started to attack any of those hindered souls that say, I'm on the bike path somewhere and I see one person and I know that person, if I talk to them, we're going to be able to have a good intent. There's 1 in a billion that I can actually relate to. So these people, they attack them by their hookers. They started to pay them to not work, pay them to stay with them to lose their home. And then while they were with them, they would arrange how to burn their home in another state. In Florida, they would go, Cordoba and these people, burn their van, burn their house, just because I had some clothing of mine in their truck. And they would steal the clothes that they want before they burn the rest of it. And they only saved, say, the blanket from St. Francis Church with frogs, for me. And the rest, my hot shorts, dresses, everything, they took it all and then they burnt everything. And they programmed these people that also they must work to kill me. See, I dated, Steve was weak when we sat at Catch 22 with Leewood. Leewood was my former roommate for a long, long time. He really cared for me with his family from Brooklyn and stuff. And, Steve would be sitting there, we'd be ordering French fries. These hoes would sit next to him, start to caress him. And he would look happy, and they were ugly, very ugly. That's when I started to get really disgusted by Steve. And he would stink and stuff all the time. He smelled like their smell. So now, I've recognized that he's weak. He broke my mirror. So now I've finally come to the conclusion that Aaron is the covenant keeper. And I'm very touched by that. In the end, he really is the light bringer. He really, really is Lucifer. He's the one who told me most information. Because as a cop, he simply is a good cop. He doesn't say things that are out of the topic. And he did the best he could within the context, being hired by a royal or he will go to jail for life, to kind of inform me of the happenings. And the Muhammad, they trained it since it's a kid to watch me, mimic me with theater teachers at IC and everything. They would train them how to move like me, how to, put your sugar in your coffee like me, everything. Now they do everything like me, and then they have side stories with people. They make them believe that I would have behaved that way. So everybody is a common retard to me, at least. And it's very uninteresting to me, because if they think I'm going to go in competition with a lesser being that's a male, that's imitating my American values in a wrong way to make fake principles out of it, to enslave them, no. I'm a Ramadan Christian.